How you doing, Southern Alberta? This is the Stormbringer bringing you the PZW Match of the Week on Shaw Television throughout Southern Alberta. Myself, the Stormbringer, versus my hated arch nemesis, the Cowboy Bryn Watts. Here's the backstory. Tom sitting here to my right. This is the backstory. Commissioner Jim Dandy has in his possession the PZW Heavyweight Championship belt made by Reg Parks himself, the man responsible for all the top belts in all the top companies throughout the world, whether it be professional wrestling or mixed martial arts. Reg Parks is the guy that has designed the best of the belts in the WWE, UFC, the Noah promotion in Japan. That is where our championship belt has come from, and Jim Dandy, the commissioner, has it in his grasp. Here's the deal. Cowboy Bryn Watts and I hate each other. We wanted to tear into each other, but the commissioner stepped in and said, no way. If you two are going to face off, it is going to be a standard rules wrestling match. None of the barbed wire, none of the ladders, none of the stuff that Bryn Watts and I have pulled out in the past, and that the Cowboy, quite frankly, probably only knows how to do is garbage junk wrestling. But the bottom line is, here it is, one-on-one, myself, the Stormbringer, versus the Cowboy Bryn Watts, with a lot on the line. If one of us was to lose this match, the fear would be for both of us that we would be out of the tournament that begins at Bloodletting on June 27th. Here you go, the Cowboy Bryn Watts climbing up to the top of the world. You can see I got nailed with the DDT. I'm turning around. My bell has been rung. I'm walking right into beautiful crossbody by the Cowboy. The roll through. Here it is. 1, 2, we're going home. No, the kick out by the Cowboy. Beautiful, beautiful crossbody, but I was fortunate enough to get a little bit of the handful of tights. Do the roll through, the Irish whip, the reverse by the Cowboy. Cowboy puts his head down, sunset flip. Here we go. Now he rolls through. This is an absolutely unbelievable move by the Cowboy Bryn Watts. I do not like this individual on any level, Tom, but I've got to give credit where credit is due. This kid is an incredible athlete, an unbelievably gritty performer. You can see in the visual right here, Tom, one of the things that has always amazed me about the Cowboy is that I am so much larger than he is. I have got at least 8 inches in height. I've got at least 40 pounds of body weight, and he comes at me like a Mack truck. And I will tell you, you can see how my back was literally bent at a 90-degree angle, and the bottom line is this kid has hurt me like nobody in Power Zone Wrestling has ever hurt me, and he is a 20-something-year-old kid who, right, look at the visual. I'm like a gigantic sack of potatoes on his shoulders, and look at the power with which the Cowboy Bryn Watts drives me down right through to the ring. He's driving me right down into the iron of that ring. Unbelievable power by the Cowboy. I've got nothing but hatred, but I've got to be honest with you. I've got a lot of respect for the Cowboy Bryn Watts. Here we are, no garbage wrestling, one-on-one. Who's going to be the better man? I kick out barely. You could see how close that was. I'm doing everything I can, Tom. We've been going for close to 25 minutes here. I'm trying to get the audience behind me. Anything that I can get the upper hand with. Look at that right hand. Another big right hand sending me against the ropes. A third right hand, beautifully laying those in. And here comes the comeback. Dusty Rhodes, I hope you're proud. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, a huge influence on myself, the Stormbringer. Nail it, big left hand. Down goes the Cowboy Bryn Watts. Now I'm back on running on pure adrenaline, Tom. I am telling you, nothing but pure adrenaline getting me through this moment right here. The folks at home probably don't realize it's a little bit of eye gouge there. Sorry about that, ref. The folks at home don't know this, and a lot of the wrestlers upstairs don't know this, but I dislocated my ribs in this match. You can see I tried a spine buster there. I couldn't get him up. I'm battling right now with dislocated ribs, and I'm going to be truthful with you, Tom. I'm very concerned about heading into the summer's action here with Power Zone Wrestling, because I quite frankly don't think I'm going to be able to go at 100%. And you can see right there, were the ribs in play? Was I moving a little bit slower than normal, going for the stunner, and the Cowboy pushes me off, and my face met the second turnbuckle. A second stampede by the Cowboy. You can see it's a little bit more labored, almost driving my head straight down into the mat. I would have had not only dislocated ribs, Tom, but I would have had a broken neck if the Cowboy had succeeded with what he was attempting to do to myself right there. You can see the Cowboy is labored. I'm obviously laid out. All he's got to do is get a body part on top of me. Here's the pin, the 3 count. No, barely raising my left shoulder. You know, there is an advantage to being left-handed. I don't know if a lot of people are aware of this, Tom, but I am left-handed, and one has got to believe that if Bryn had been able to pin my left side down as opposed to my right, I don't know if I would have been able to kick out. The Irish whip once again, and the sleeper. I tell you, after 25 minutes of wrestling, Tom, this is as deadly as it gets. Put me to sleep. You can see I'm already starting to go down, and he hasn't even had the thing on me for 10 seconds. I'm fading quick, trying to make my way to the ropes to break this thing. Once again, look at the size difference between myself and the Cowboy Bryn Watts, and this kid doesn't back down for a second. Absolutely incredible stuff. Pushing off a desperation move by myself. The shoulders are down, and there is the body weight working to my advantage, Tom. I get a cheap pin. I'm going to be totally honest with the audience at home, the audience on the internet. Tom to my right, an absolutely pathetic cheap pin by the Stormbringer, but a win's a win. Commissioner Jim Dandy wanted to see a wrestling match, and he got one. And there's mixed martial arts goon Adrian Walls waiting on me. I don't even realize he's there. I walk right into it. Absolutely pathetic. There is a human being I hate more than the broad I nearly married 3 years ago, and his name is Adrian Walls.